time it is? It's Where You At time, and Where You At starts now. Welcome to Where You At. Today's episode will be done by Yaliz Campos and her little sister Natalie Campos, and they're going to talk to us about where they're at during the pandemic in their family life. So take it away, Yaliz and Natalie.
Hi, my name is Yaliz Campos, living J178 from the parish of Old Peach, and this is my sister.
My name is Natalie Campos.
Pre-J. Yeah. So we've been asked the question, how have we dealt with the pandemic in our family? We've been pretty lucky that the COVID didn't hit any of our family members, thank God. We've all been pretty safe. I think the most challenging thing was probably keeping ourselves like sane with everything closed, school closed. It's like, okay, well, what do we do now? I wasn't working after when the pandemic hit. Luckily, my job was like really good at still paying us and whatnot. And then school closed. How was that experience?
It was such a relief. I had a break. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess some kids saw it like that. But how is the online learning experience now?
It's kind of hard now, to be honest. Waking up early, getting all on Zoom, make sure your camera's on, getting yelled at by your teacher.
That must be, I imagine for like a lot of students, especially, younger students like your age, so like it's annoying. And it's like, I personally don't think that, kids don't get, the real education you're supposed to be getting, like if you were in person. But it is what it is, and at least, you're still in school. So quarantine hit in March, the lockdown, or the shutdown. We stayed home, we lived with our brothers and our dad. Luckily none of us got sick in any shape or form. I lived with my grandmother as well. Again, nobody got sick. It was tough maybe the first few weeks, because we were all stuck inside together. I know, Shadow. I know. Shadow was happy to have us home, but for us, I was barely ever home. I was either working or within the movement. I was out. So then me being home was like, oh, we're doing this. But it was cool. It was cool. I think we all just bonded more. We got to know each other more. We just bonded more. Yeah. I bought board games before this shutdown, and we all played, and it was fun. I recommend the game Burrito. I think that's what it's called. And you throw burritos at each other, so when you're getting upset at each other during lockdown, and just want to shut up. But that was fun. We got a little creative too. Do you want to talk about what you created over quarantine?
I created a lot of art. I have this app called Procreate on my tablet. I use that a lot in middle school sometimes.
Dare you? Shame on you.
I get bored.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about what the business you created over quarantine?
I created Ready Play Slime. I'm really into slime. I still kind of am. I sold slime. I still have a lot, but over the time, I don't know, school happened, more school, and yeah.
True.
Never got more into it.
Right.
It's still there.
Yeah. It was cool. It was fun though. I think quarantine was definitely a time where it paused your life, and you're like, well, what now? And, I think the way me and my sister took it was that, well, there's stuff that we can do and that we can create. We didn't sit on our butts and do nothing. So we decided to do something, and we took the time to create businesses. And a lot of people created businesses, which is awesome. It's all so awesome. Creating another source of income. It was amazing of everybody doing so. She created her business. She created her slime business. It was awesome. It was great. But due to school, we had to slow down a bit. I ended up starting my own business. I started Cuato, which is a streetwear business inspired in Latin American indigenous communities. My aim is to bring awareness to these communities and their culture and their art, and I hope to do that through this streetwear design. So I made a t-shirt and I designed a t-shirt that took forever to make. It took months to make, probably because all the detail that I added in. And it was in honor of the street vendors, especially the street vendors in New York. And I decided to donate every sale, donate 10% of each one purchase to the Street Vendor Project, who advocate for street vendors here in New York City. During that time, I released it in October of last year, and the amount of support was amazing, crazy, and insane. I did not expect it, including from the Street Vendor Project itself. It was awesome. And then luckily the intro 1116 was able to be passed last month, and it allows to give street vendors more permits, and they haven't had permits in years. So this was a big step, and I was like super happy to be part of this. We were able to create during quarantine, and it was great. As per my brothers, they were able to deal with us.
Join the class. They joined the class.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. They so because of lockdown and shutdown, obviously businesses weren't running as normal, including some city programs. So that would include SYP. So luckily my brothers got to join the SYP program, where it involved them just to gain some professional skills, learn how to do resumes, know how to dress, and they would go to on Zoom every day for 3 hours? Yeah, for a good while, 3 hours a day, something like that. And they got paid for it. They got paid to learn. It was great. And from there, they started they won't see this. They started reselling sneakers, and I got into it, and it was cool. So we all got to bond through new experiences, and it was great. And obviously they support us with all of our endeavors and all our projects. But it's been great. We are still in a pandemic. We're not quarantined anymore because we are allowed to go out. Businesses are open, things are open, churches open. But we are still in a pandemic, and we all gotta keep it safe, and just be safe and wear your mask and wash your hands. Lávate las manos. No seas, don't be dirty. Wash your hands. Wash your hands anyway, pandemic or not, gosh. Dang, wash your hands. Just wash your hands. Just be safe out there. If you have a family, totally, hang out with them, give them a hug, bother them, beat the crap out of them. But definitely love your family, and those are the ones we have. Everybody be safe. Thank you, Wayne, for giving us this opportunity to speak.
Thank you, Yaliz and Natalie. One thing that she forgot to mention, and is that Yaliz has been the mother of the house. Her mom died a few years ago, and Yaliz took the responsibility to take care of her siblings, take care of Natalie, make sure that Natalie is fed, bathed, sleep, does her homework. And that was before the pandemic. When the pandemic hit, she had little lesson plans, and I remember when we would have our meetings, and she was like, "Oh, I have a game, that I tried with my little sister, my brothers, to keep them interested and keep them occupied." And Yaliz did a great job in doing that, taking care of her siblings before, during, and now after the lockdown. A year later, still taking care of them. And Yaliz, I just want to tell you, God bless. Great job. Great job. Thank you guys again for the great testimony you guys gave. And we'll see you next time on Where You At.
Where you at? 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 Where you at?
few weeks after filming this episode, Yaliz and Natalie and her family found out that their father passed away. There'll be a GoFundMe link in the description below. Donate what you can. And just know, Yaliz and Natalie and all of your family, that we're praying for all of you. And God bless.